Hello friends and welcome into NFL Daily presented by BetDSI, the internet's #1 sportsbook. I'm your host Tom Downey. Let's take a look now at some NFL news and rumors. First up, the Atlanta Falcons. They have won the Bruce Irvin sweepstakes, and Irvin says it's a dream come true. And he also notes, by the way, that the Patriots and Steelers offered more money, but this apparently is him getting to go home and play for his city and his people, so he is coming home to Atlanta. He'll make about $1.5 million the rest of the year, a prorated salary over these last 8 games. Now, the Falcons are hoping for some more defensive help, and they got it now on the defensive line. You have Vic Beasley, you have Derek Shelby, you have Bruce Irvin, who will probably start as a little bit lower on the depth chart, but then again, he does know the defense pretty well, given the overlap there of the Seattle schemes when Irvin was there and when head coach Dan Quinn was there. Tack McKinley, Brooks Reed, that's a pretty darn good edge rushing group there, So Bruce Irvin, he joins the Atlanta Falcons. The Steelers and Patriots tried, but they could not make it happen. Now, as we brought to you guys earlier on today, Dez Bryant is heading to the New Orleans Saints. He agreed to a 1-year deal with New Orleans. Remember, he passed on offers from the Ravens, from the Browns, and now Dez gets exactly what he wants. He gets to play for a contender on a 1-year prove-it deal. Now, I don't think you're going to see Dez make a necessarily instant impact because he's not going to show up until tomorrow. He might not even be active this week for the New Orleans Saints. But from the Saints' perspective, they wanted some more wide receiver depth, and they've managed to bring it in. So Dez Bryant comes in. Look, again, I don't think he's going to be 2014 Dez Bryant. I don't think that's who Dez is anymore. But you can find a spot on your roster for 2016 and 2017 Dez Bryant, if only as a part-time player. Now, again, I think the main impetus here for Dez was the fit with the Saints. But let's not kid ourselves. He's looking forward to November 29th and Week 13 when he goes back to Dallas and takes on the Dallas Cowboys. By the way, you better believe I'm playing Dez that week in fantasy because I think he's going to get at least 1 touchdown against the Cowboys. We'll see if he plays against the Bengals. Maybe the Eagles, Falcons, he gets involved a little bit, but I think by Week 13, assuming he's picked up the offense, which I think he'll be able to do, I think he'll be a big, or maybe not a big factor, but a key contributor there for the New Orleans Saints. So grade the signing. Is it an A, a B, a C, or a D? Let me know in the comments section. For those of you watching on YouTube, go ahead and type A, B, C, or D. For those of you watching on Facebook, give me that like, heart, wow face, or laughy face. I give it a B. Look, Michael Thomas is still your #1 and for good reason, but Dez Bryant, if he can be at times what we've seen in 2017, 2016, he will help out this roster. He can be a contributor and at the very least, I think, a decent enough #2 receiver, factoring in Alvin Kamara still going to get plenty of work in that passing game. All right, we'll stick with some Cowboys talk here. How about Dak Prescott? Could he be extended? Well, if you listen to Jerry Jones, that's going to happen. I'm sure that's what Jerry wants and hopes, but I'm not actually sure it makes all that much sense right now. Look, I'll give it a couple of stars here, a couple of heads, but I have a tough time seeing this one actually go down because I don't think it makes any sense, and I think you guys get that too, right? Dak has not been very good this year, and I know that Jerry Jones believes in him, but front office, 101 is you'll sing their praises all the way until the very end. So I have a tough time seeing Dak Prescott getting extended right now. Now, if things change, sure, but I don't think the Cowboys are truly as committed to doing it as maybe they want to be deep down. We'll see how things fare at the end of the year, but I want to know from you, should the Cowboys extend Dak Prescott? As of right now, it's a no-brainer laughy face. It's a no. There's not much reason to put Dak Prescott right now as an extension because he hasn't earned it this year, really since that Falcons game, which I fear might have broken this entire Cowboys offense and a quarterback, Dak Prescott, as well. All right, more quarterback talk here. Is Lamar Jackson going to start? Well, Jason Lockenfor says Lamar Jackson could get his first NFL start coming out of the bye in Week 11. Again, that's going to be Week 11 against the Cincinnati Bengals. That would be interesting to me. Now, look, Flacco started the year pretty hot, then he's regressed, and the Ravens have also regressed. And we know that Harbaugh is on the hot seat. And in terms of their long-term future, it's not Flacco, it's going to be Lamar Jackson, who we haven't seen much of as an actual quarterback, almost more as a gadget-type player. So I want to know from you, who should the Ravens start at quarterback? Type J for Jackson and type F for Flacco. I still think that Flacco might give you the best chance to win this year. You're still in the midst of a playoff race, but I will not be surprised if by the end of the year we do see Lamar Jackson get a nod, because Flacco might be your best win-now option, maybe, but he is not your long-term future. That's Lamar. All right, more AFC North talk here. Lev Bell, is he not going to play this year? I remember one guy got mad at me for calling him Lev Bell. Fine, we'll call him Le'Veon Bell. It's all the same in the end. But Bell has yet to report to Pittsburgh, and the clock is ticking. Next Tuesday is the deadline. If he does not show up, he's not playing this year. He's not allowed to. And the Athletic reports there's a real chance that Bell sits out this year, because Bell now thinks the Steelers aren't going to tag him no matter what. He becomes a third-year franchise guy. The Steelers aren't going to pay him that much. Now, I think it's a fair debate to have as well. Does Pittsburgh even need Bell to show up? Connor's been great this year, so who is the better halfback? Type B for Bell, type C for Connor. When you're factoring in the contracts, it's kind of a no-brainer. It's James Conner, who has been just as good, if not better, this year than Bell, and makes a significantly less amount of money. But folks, let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Now, today's show is brought to you by BetDSI. Go to chatsports.com/bet and use promo code LIVE120 for a 120% deposit bonus. What that means is, you put down $100, they'll give you $120 for free for a grand total of $220 to bet with on BetDSI. You're playing with house money if you use chatsports.com/bet and promo code LIVE120. All right, another injury quarterback here, Sam Darnold. He did not practice today, was in a walking boot, and although head coach Todd Bowles hasn't ruled him out yet, it doesn't seem likely that Sam Darnold will play this week against the Buffalo Bills. He's dealing with a foot sprain. That means it's the Josh McCown show for the New York Jets. Darnold, frankly, folks, has not looked good since week one. A lot of turnovers, a lot of inaccuracy. Maybe it's good for him to get some time on the sidelines to kind of reset himself, as McCown will start against a still pretty bad Bills team. All right, I guess we'll stick in New York here and talk about the Giants. Is Eli still your starter? Well, for now at least. Pat Shurmur announced that Manning will start against the 49ers this week, but when asked if Manning will stay as the starter, he said we'll see. I'll give Shurmur bonus points there for being honest. And if Eli does get benched because the Giants want to get a look at Kyle Lauletta, it makes sense. And I know some Giants fans were like, oh, McAdoo was right to bench Eli Manning. It's different this time, because you're not benching him for Geno Smith. You're benching him for Kyle Lauletta. If you were going to bench Eli last year, you should have played Davis Webb, who, as we know now, it just isn't all that good. I don't think Lauletta's the answer, but the Giants, who could go quarterback early in this year's draft, might want to get a look at Lauletta. So let me know who you think New York should start at quarterback. Speaking of New York, they have a decision to make this offseason, beyond just their quarterback of the future. Should they extend Landon Collins? For me, it's a yes, but he's going to command a heavy salary. Now, Collins has said that he and the Giants have not had contract extension talks yet. But if the two sides don't work out a deal, the Giants plan to use the franchise tag on Collins. As for what it will cost, he is going to be among one of the highest paid safeties. He's probably going to ask for Eric Berry type money. I would not be surprised about that at all. At the very least, I think he'll get Rashad Jones money. He is an immensely talented safety. By my book, one of the top 5 safeties in the NFL. I think he's worth it, because the Giants don't tag him. Some team, maybe like the Cowboys, for example, is going to throw money at Landon Collins. All right, some more rumors here on NFL Daily. Sam Bradford, is he done? Is his NFL career over? Well, for starters, no one claimed him on waivers, which I don't think surprised anyone. But the report from ESPN was that Bradford had not practiced for the last 5 weeks because his left knee is basically bone on bone at this point. There's no cartilage left. And remember when Mike Zimmer said that he had a really severe knee condition. Now, if the knee is that bad, I don't think anyone signs him. At the same time, if it is that bad, and the Cardinals should have known about this, why'd you pay him almost $16 million for 3 games? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Maybe a team brings in Bradford as more of a veteran mentor type, but I have a tough time seeing Bradford playing again in the NFL. I think yes. I think his time in the NFL is done. He's made plenty of money, but Bradford simply cannot stay healthy at this point. Another current NFL free agent. How about Brandon Marshall, the receiver, by the way, to the Detroit Lions. The Lions did work him out this week. And remember, they did trade away Golden Tate before the deadline. Marshall says he wants to keep playing. I don't know if you'll see him in Detroit, though, because they have Marvin Jones, they have Kenny Golladay, And they brought in Bruce Ellington, who in the near future might surpass T.J. Jones as that slot number 3 type wide receiver. I won't be surprised if Marshall gets a spot, but I warned you guys earlier this offseason. He's done. He doesn't have it anymore. I don't think there's much left in the tank for Brandon Marshall. I think his NFL career is, if it's not already over, it's going to be over very, very soon. All right, guys, if you like what I'm wearing, go get your own Mizzen and Main shirt. You will not find a more comfortable shirt via a dress or a t-shirt out there. Go to comfortable.af to get yours today. Mizzen and Main, they're made right here in America, and it is the most comfortable dress shirt out there. All right, one last rumor here. Sony Michel, is he going to make his return this week to the NFL? Well, it seems that way. Now, he missed the last 2 weeks with a knee injury, and Adam Schefter says that Michel is likely to return this week against the Detroit Lions. The one thing he needs is a good week of practice without any setbacks. I think they'll get that. Now, the Patriots have been fine because Cordero Patterson and James White have actually been a pretty darn good duo at the halfback spot, but they want Michel to be the guy. I think he'll come back healthy. I think he'll be okay as well. The Patriots don't need to rush him back, but I think you'll see Michel back this week in the NFL.